Hello, Potter. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. It's time to dive into the second half of the Mayans MC Season 1 discussion board. In each episode, the comments keep going less and less, don't they, my friend?
Harry Potter? Yep, they do. 3 comments that we will dive into after we break down and discuss the 4 options here in the polls. So let's go to the polls. It's like the election day all over again. It's time to dive into the polls with 4 options: Easy Reyes and his police chase, Galindo getting arrested at the border, Minnie pushing the traitor kid to his death, and Potter making his first appearance of the series. So that is the, well, I say series, Mayans MC series. Obviously, he is an original Sons of Anarchy character, but that is the 4 options you guys had to choose from. And yeah, let's talk about them. I'm not sure if this was the 4 best moments from this episode. It wasn't a great episode, but this is the moments that we've had to offer. And out of the 4, you guys have voted with first place, 41%, Minnie pushing the traitor kid to his death. Now, when we decided to start breaking down these episodes and putting up the best moments in a poll, I would never have thought in my wildest dreams that Minnie would be winning any poll. Hell, I didn't even think she'd be an option in any of the polls, but
Here she is.
She made it onto this poll and she's actually won it. So 41%, almost half of you guys, more than 4 out of 10 of you, thought that Minnie pushing the kid that was pretending to be the orphan of the Fender guy.
Taco Bell Fender.
She pushed him to his death after he gave away the coordinates to try and rat out Adelita to Galindo, because he was secretly working with Galindo. If you remember, Galindo had that weird fascination thing where he was slicing the palm of the hands of all these kids and he was putting his own blood into their blood, and we're blood brothers. Now you gotta give up Adelita. So yeah, I'm surprised this moment was number 1. Adelita basically calls him out. It's like, everyone here has shown loyalty to me, proven their trust, except you. And then she says, we would have loved you. He apologizes. Minnie's like, I thought you were my friend. And then pushes him to his death. He falls off this building. Well, you've got the likes of Nestor and, what's the other guy called? Nestor and, what's the baldy guy called? The fucking...
Oh,
Paco. They're searching across the street. Well, not really, more or less across the city. A few blocks, let's say, and this kid falls to his death. So,
no, what's sick about this? So it's like Adelita gives Minnie lets Minnie kill him. Now you can take that in 2 different ways. For me, it's she's letting Minnie do it because Minnie needs to, she's the one that brought him in. She needs to be accountable for her actions, or she doesn't want to kill a kid. But in my opinion,
she'll happily use kids in this war against the cartel, and she'll give the okay for one kid to kill another, but you think she's got an issue? Hold on, does that make her good?
No.
See,
makes her even worse.
But say she's got, I refuse to kill children, so what, but using them as fucking war criminals is fine?
No, I'm sorry, I don't, I know in Sons there was a 17-year-old witness and Jax didn't want to kill her, Tig did, Chibs kind of did, and Happy definitely wanted to. But I think 17's different. See here, this is literally like a fucking 10-year-old. Isn't it?
I'm going to disagree because even... hold on. I don't think Tig wanted to kill her.
No, he didn't, but he knew it had to be done.
But Tig felt like it had to be done.
This didn't
have to be done. They could have left this kid behind. Once Adelita and her group get away from this kid's fucking useless.
True.
This kid didn't have to...
I'm just comparing the shows.
That's but I'm just saying this kid didn't have to die.
No, he didn't. But in Sons... I know that she didn't technically need to die in Sons because Jax sent her on a bus ticket, but here, I can't get behind a group that's killing kids. Like, literal kids.
Yeah, so it's a pretty bad death as well. He just falls into, a panel of glasses and... Yeah, sheets of glass. And
Keith McGee.
And although Keith McGee had a harder landing.
I'm sorry, brother.
He landed on caught.
I'm sorry.
I tell you what, give me Clay pushing McGee off a rooftop than this.
I know.
But this is what we got.
It's all about the burritos, bro.
41% of you guys thought this was great. I didn't. Second place with Easy's police chase.
Fun wee scene.
It's not often we got many police chases in Mayans, so I think this is one of the first, probably.
Back to back, start of a back to back series in them, but it was alright, it was fun, it was entertaining, it did what had to be done.
I'm not quite sure how easy he gets away, though. He drives into, like, some field.
Yeah, then he just sits there like he's taking a dump. I took a dump in the crop field and it left that.
He fills the car up with water, he gets, like, a hose and fills the car up, and obviously there's a dead body in the back of the car as well.
He's trying to get rid of DNA, but the water wouldn't get rid of DNA, what's he trying to do?
He gets pulled over. Obviously, Letty's killed this person. He was trying to do a good thing. He was trying to help Letty, and it just kind of turned the whole thing into a shit show disaster for him. Probably the best. I thought this was probably the best storyline of the episode as well.
Yeah.
Easy's little adventure with Coco's daughter. So, this would have been my pick of the bunch. But
yeah, it was fun.
Only came in second place here with 32%, and that's absolutely fine.
It's fun. I mean, it's a good moment, but it's not like a massive story moment. And I think that's the problem with the Mayans. Like, we're just so focused on the cartel and Ad Lita at this point. It's ridiculous.
Coming in at third place, we have the debut of Potter. He makes his arrival. He basically just ends the episode.
Strokes a cat.
Easy is locking up the allotment or whatever. And
they don't have a farm, mate. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
The junkyard lot.
It's clubhouse.
Aye.
Easy walks past Potter. Potter's like, good evening. And Easy's like, yeah.
Good evening.
Nice night for a walk. Then Potter then picks up this little cat. I think he calls him Mr. Snuggles.
Weird.
And he says, hey, my little feline friend.
Potter is a guy that owns cats.
Tell me what is happening. You stroll behind those gates. You tell me what is happening in that yard. And that's it. That's Potter's dead. I mean, it is cool to see Potter, but I mean, it's not a fantastic scene. It's not a scene that's going to blow you away. It's literally his introduction.
Yeah, but it's one of the bigger moments of the episode.
Yeah, it is. I'm not denying that.
I think it's got to be included. It's a return of a pretty big character.
Return of a pretty big character, but I don't think it's a great scene. And I actually thought this at the time of watching it. But anyway,
who's saying it's a great scene? No one's saying it's a great scene, but I think it's got to be in there. I mean, you can't think of another moment that belongs over it.
Oh, I could have, but anyway.
Well, what do you think belonged over it?
Let's move in.
What do you think belonged over it?
Forget it before I discuss.
I know you're very hurt about including SOA characters in Mayans' list, but for fuck's sake, who cares? It's so shite. I wish they included fucking the whole SOA cast.
Let's move into the final option of the poll, and it was Galindo getting arrested at the border, so he goes into Mexico, he retrieves Shitey Pants, aka Cristobal. He lifts him up, he takes him, trying to get through the border patrol. Turns out, though, Ad Lita has left drugs in the blanket that Cristobal's got wrapped around him, and he gets detained at the border by Border Patrol or police or whatever they are.
Yeah, but I think it's Border Patrol, but should Galindo have seen this one coming? Probably not, but I mean, I guess, did he think he was just going to get his son back and walk, free?
I mean, I guess you could argue he's just happy to get his son back. He's probably not paying attention to the fact of the blanket, but when you actually consider it, he did get easily outsmarted here.
He did.
He probably should have done better.
And I think that he's an elegant guy, he's of class. You think he would have took this shitey fucking blanket off and wrapped the son in his suit jacket or something?
Yeah, it's like, what's this dirty, stinking rebel blanket then wrapped around my son?
Infested.
And this
only 5%.
This only got 5%, and I've just noticed similarities. Anything to do with Galindo or Emily, no one gives a shit about.
No.
They really don't.
Yeah, it was a big moment. Like, I mean, it's like the main cartel guy getting arrested at the border. But you guys totally disagreed with it. I mean,
and when you look at it, what is wrong for you? What is wrong with these four options?
What is wrong with them?
Mm-hmm.
In what context?
Is there anything that stands out to you? Is there anything with these four options?
Well, Galindo is by far, he's nowhere near any of them. The rest is like contested.
Alright, that's not, for me, the big issue here with these four options, and honestly, I think you could have included 5, 6, 7 options and it would have had the exact same problem. There's nothing club related. There's nothing club related here. Easy's whole thing was a side story with Letty. You got the Galindo thing that is obviously his family and against the rebels. Then you've got Minnie, which is a rebel thing. And then you've got Potter, which I guess you could say involves the club a little bit, but it's more to do...
Yeah, but where are the members?
Yeah, right? So where is the club related shit?
Nowhere to be seen. See, around this period, you've just got Hank, Taza, Bishop, bloody following their own tails.
What have they done?
What's Angel doing? What's Coco doing? What's Riz going to be doing soon?
Last 2 episodes, what have they done?
They've talked to Chucky. That's all they fucking did.
What has been
Logo.
What's been club business last 2 episodes?
Nothing.
There's been none. There's been absolutely nothing to do with the club. So
garbage. And you know, for a show it's about the Mayans, I'm sorry, right? There is not a Sons episode where we'd be doing a top 4 moments here like this
without any club shit.
There just wouldn't be.
And if there was, there'd need to be 4 great things.
Yeah, I honestly just couldn't think of.
So anyway, guys, that was the polls.
And that's what's wrong with Mayans. Season 1 just feels like Galindo MC.
But why I think I like the premiere so much is it was club heavy.
Yeah. Like even Alvarez in these episodes, it's just he's not even doing anything. He's riding 600 miles for Oakland just to fucking
come and listen to Bishops talk shit.
No, but see telling them in the chapel that Galindo's been arrested or his son, they still haven't found it. Could that just be a fucking phone call?
Yeah, exactly. See, is there anything that's really happened? I get it. See, when the drugs get stolen, I get it. Alvarez needs to be there because that's pretty big.
But that, you know.
See the second episode when his son gets kidnapped and Galindo wants to make a deal where the Mayans will help him to get his son back. Okay, I get it. That's a pretty big deal. But we're constantly getting Alvarez riding 600 miles.
I don't know that it's 600 miles, probably an over-exaggeration, but I'm going to assume it's a couple of hundred.
Point is, he's riding just to sit at the bottom of the table.
Why can't we just... No, you can show him on screen on the phone. I can think of numerous times in Sons people were on the phone.
But it makes the Santo Padre charter look cheap. It's like, oh, we can't do anything without the El Padrino holding our hand here. Bishop's supposed to be the president. Fucking man up, Bishop, and do something.
Yeah, you know, and as much as Alvarez is better than them all, you need to give Santa Padre their own time.
Can you imagine any time Sam Crow had an important decision to make, Keith McGee flew over from Belfast? They sit there and monitor Clay.
Fucking...
You sure you want to do that, brother?
Let me book my Aer Lingus flight, Clay. I'll be there, buddy.
Anyway, let's look at the comments. All 3 of them, so there's not that many to... Okay. Oh wait, there's one missing. Let's go into news first. Who's it going to be? Who's left the comment?
Oh, no,
holy shit.
What's Anthony?
Wait, Anthony did leave someone's deleted Anthony's comment.
Damn, I didn't.
Right, we'll go from bottom to top.
Alright.
Swordsman 3521. Never understood why we should care for a woman that uses child soldiers. I mean, I completely agree. That's where we love her, because it just doesn't make any sense. I said this in the last poll. She's supposed to be a protagonist. Yeah, a protagonist wouldn't be using child soldiers. A protagonist wouldn't be killing children just because betrayed you. I mean, what? This guy's like no older than like 7 or 8.
You go into season 2, she's pregnant, she's in a cage, and like, what are we really supposed to fucking care for? Like, yeah, you're pregnant, but you're the one killing kids too. I mean, that doesn't work for me.
I just don't get it. I've never done anything for me.
No, when she died, it was like fucking 4 seasons too late. So
James Toner, mini pushing Andre. Well, I'm glad you knew his name. Andre's off the roof. I always found funny. Yeah, the kid just the way he falls to his death and lands through like a couple of panels of glass. It's a tough way to go, but yeah, James Toner, you deserve a wee heart for that as well. And Bridget Connor, let's see. Easy couldn't have outrun Soledad on a rollerblades in what I believe is a 1987 Chevrolet Celebrity, let alone 2 modern police interceptors. I mean, I agree.
That'd be a sight to behold, that, wouldn't it?
I'd like to see it. Galindo's foolish for not noticing anything wrong with the blanket. That surely would have shown signs of being tampered with, or would have felt more heavy than it should have. Again, yeah, kind of agree with that.
Unless, what's his name? Cristobal shot his fucking pants or something?
Yeah, maybe he had a big jobber inside his nappy, and that kind of, unbalanced the weight. It's always
a brick of coke.
It's always a blast seeing Potter, but it's not every day you see kids throwing kids off buildings. The standards the rebels have for children are just unrealistic. Little Chanso, or whatever his name is, Chancio had clearly been manipulated by an adult Galindo, but Adelita, being the unlikable character she is, decides this kid must be held accountable and thrown to his death. Adelita strikes me as the kind of person who would walk under a roof, under a flock of birds, and be surprised when she gets shit on. Yeah, I mean, well, if you don't want to get shit on, then probably walking under birds ain't the way to go.
Yeah, like, how can she not see that this is exactly what Galindo has done? Like, how can she really, truly hold the kid responsible?
I just don't know if she thinks she's better than Galindo at this point.
Yeah, it's like you're manipulating kids your own way. You're both manipulating. Honestly, I actually just do not get Adelaide. Rewatching this show, it makes it even more fucked up. It just doesn't make any. It makes less sense the more you watch it. With Adelita using child. Oh, it's a disgrace.
Yeah, I don't know. In Sons, I just don't really feel like any of the antagonist groups would use children. I know Jimmy was using teens, but it was more like 15-year-olds.
14, 15.
Like, I just can't.
And they made a deal out of that he's a bastard for that.
I just couldn't imagine the
15 at the time.
I just couldn't imagine the Glindos and Sons using kids. I don't know. It just doesn't really.
Yeah, I know. There's using teenagers and there's using kids. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. Like, I mean, these are fucking.
These are primary school kids. Like,
see the kids in last episode across the border, like one with the mask. They were like fucking 9, dropping the police, the Mexicanos. Disgraceful. Fuck Adelita though, and that's us rolling out here.
Just a shit show. Who really wants to watch a show where you got kids killing people? It's very unrealistic.
I know. It is unrealistic. Let's just put a ball into the fucking, the hostage situation. They're just going to let them walk straight in.
I think kid actors are terrible. It's very rare to find a half-decent kid actor. Very rare. Therefore, I wouldn't even include kids unless it's absolutely necessary. Yeah. But you look at the Rebels and it's like, I mean, outside of Adelita and what's the guy called? Gabriel?
Yeah, I think it's Gabriel.
Outside of those two, I mean, or is it Macho or Nanny or I don't know. Anyway, outside of those two, pretty much everyone else is kids. So yeah, for me, just pretty much sucks, doesn't it?
And Angel, he loves kids apparently, but he's alright with all this shit going on.
Anyway, this episode, I mean, final rating.
Adelita crying though in season 5. It's a bad world, Angel. We need to make sure he doesn't grow up in it. I will fuck off, man. You hypocritical, ugly, plastic face, fucking shell-looking bastard.
And final rating for this episode,
fucking 4.
I'll give it a 5.
4.5 out of 10.
4.5 out of 10. There you go, guys.
No, honestly, how can she cry in season 5? I mean, after she literally just killed a guy in front of like a 6-year-old. Remember that? In season 5, she killed the cartel guy.
I slit his throat from behind. There's his wee kids just sitting there.
Pissed themselves, and she's like crying the Angel that night about how it's a bad world. I fucking unlike it. Oh man, hate her. I actually hate her.
It's a bad world.
She's worse than Emily.
And Adelita's a bad person. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.